Welcome to ICT week 11 Friday's class. Okay, so we are on 11th week already. We only have 1, 2, 3 more. I didn't have any questions. Hopefully you can still get the participation points. I see some blanks, so these are people gonna be, well, no participation points. That's 5% of your grade, only one question per week. So you want to pay attention to that. So that may affect your grade. Anyway, I did have a question from a student, but I needed more information, so I sent a message back. So I'll discuss that next time. So anyway, as far as the topics for today's lecture is concerned, we're working on the Python program, and we pretty much went over all the stuff that we needed to discuss, up to the functions. And as far as the couple of the important stuff that I want to remind you from last time, the arrays, which we said the arrays are not available directly, but like the lists that are available. So you can use the Python lists. We said that. The other thing was string. It's automatically saved into arrays. Okay. And to work with lists as arrays, however, to work with arrays in Python, you will have to import a library like NumPy or NumPy library. So we'll do that, but the NumPy is actually one of the libraries for doing the like calculations and all that stuff, that we'll look at it later. But anyway, as far as the arrays is concerned, we looked at the lists, and this one actually that still work with the lists, so that is okay. But if you're not working with the lists, actually you cannot really save into array, so you have to work with the lists as far as this tutorial is concerned. Other than that, functions, that was also important, which was the now this guy here is a user-defined function, DEF. And I told you there's two types of function. One is a user-defined function, which you make your own function. Okay. And another is the functions that comes with it, that you can use the like a methods. You can use after like an object. You can use a method, something usually like a period and then the function name. You can use it that way, or you can use it as user-defined function if you have a need for it. And another thing was the arguments, which you pass these arguments to the function, where these arguments has to match. And that's pretty typical with other programming languages too. Okay, so there are some more additional variations, which I'm not gonna get into it that much, like a recursion and all this stuff. But the basic, simplest thing is that you need to match the number of arguments when you use a user-defined function. Okay, so those I would say probably the important things. The loop, we talked about the while loop and the for loop, and we talked about the if, else if, and else. Okay, today we like to take a look at the Python. Now there is a thing called the pip. That's for installing Python like libraries, which I like to cover that as well. We can work with a Cygwin, but we have to install additional packages to get this thing to work. But we'll get to that later. So what about the user input? Let's take a look at that. User input is just like the homework assignment, the one that we did the last time, which I'm working on creating yours, and we'll discuss it. Probably I'd like to make a separate video for that, so maybe that will be a makeup session video that deals with scripting language, shell scripting, and second was wget, and third problem was data mesh. I probably should explain those so in detail again. So I'm still creating your homework assignment. I'm almost done with it, but you know, I got a few more to go, so I'll do that this weekend, and I'll send it to you. Okay, and let's take a just like the homework problem 1, shell scripting. We have to ask a user to input a particular, like that was name of the file, but you know that this you can do similar thing with a Python program language. So there is a you can use an input here method, and the older version, the 2.7, use a function name called raw input. So we're using the input, we just simply have to say input. So you can do it this way, input, and then you can save the result to a variable name, like a username or whatever variable name. And then once you keep that, and you can save that. Just like the shell programming, you had to ask a user to input something. And that's about it, actually. Simple as that, yeah. Okay, other than that, we talked about the formatting, which format was needed to put the we talked about this already, to put the if you have the numbers, or working with mismatches, and if you have to put it within the like a text here, you have to use the format method. Okay, so the methods